strangest secret in the world. Now, why do I say it's strange, and why do I call it a secret? Actually, it isn't a secret at all. It was first promulgated by some of the earliest wise men, and it appears again.
All right, we are ready. We are getting ready. Got about 3 minutes left. I hope Earl Nightingale helps you out. He is highly helpful, and so we all need him on this day. That's it. That's it. I think you can't cut it off. All right, how you guys doing out there in TV land? We got 3 minutes left. Three in Spanish is 3. No, it's not. All right, but you understand. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. And now we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. I want to welcome you. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for showing up. What's going on, staff?
Woo. Hey, boss man.
All right. We got some energy in this place. It's getting ready. Hey. I see you online. We're getting ready. I'm going to disconnect from online here in a second. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and start a little early. Come on, staff. Let's roll with it. All right, we are being recorded. Watch the chats for me. Share them all out. I have nothing in front of me but my little notes here, so I can't see who's online. I'll lecture most of this phone call. Actually, go ahead and cut on. We'll make sure they can hear. Okay, I'll lecture most of this phone call. Maybe you can cut the fan down a little bit. Lecture most of this phone call, but you guys feel free to ask questions. Does this make sense? Feel free to ask questions. Listen, we got a couple of announcements. We want to thank you guys for calling in. If you know someone who needs to be on this phone call or in front of us in this live feed, get them here now, because we have a very, very, very real, tough topic. Okay? We got that we got to talk about. And so I want to just do a couple of announcements. We are proud to announce the Plant Better University. Plant Better University is here. It is live. It is coaching on your terms. Okay? So the Plant Better University is a new e-learning platform from us. All right? That's pretty cool. Listen, coaching can get, for some people, sometimes you don't have time to get coached. Sometimes you don't, you may not have the money. Plant Better University is insanely affordable. It is coaching on your terms. You can get it whenever you want it. And believe me, there are topics in there. There's 3 different ways to get in. Get in as fast as you can. We have lots of people already on, and we're looking to serve all of you. So get there as fast as you can. Again, Plant Better University, the link should be a part of the feed right now. If you are over the phone, it's datsjr.com, and then you can find Plant Better University there, or you can go plant-better-university. Okay, are we excited?
Woo!
All right, listen, if you're on this phone call, now's the time. Grab a pen, grab a pad, or use the note app on your phone. If you're on social media, Facebook, or any of your favorite feeds, because some of these guys will be posting this live feed on Twitter and LinkedIn too. I feel it in my brain. My brain told me it. That's an inside joke. Listen, get ready, because we're about to get started. Get somebody here. If you hear something that inspires you, or that resonates with your spirit, soul, or whatever you like to call it, use the hashtag PlantBetter and inspire somebody else. Today I want to talk to you about the power of thought. The power of thought. Disclaimer, for most of you, I am going to rub against what you have been taught. And I apologize in advance, but I won't do it, harshly, but this is going to be a new way of thinking that is an old way that has been around forever. Okay? The power of thought. Everything in this world is energy. That's all it is. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and make that thing a reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Okay? The rest of this phone call would be a physics phone call that would be completely centralized to layman's terms. Okay? And everybody's going to understand it. Everything in this world is energy. Everything in this world is energy. Match the frequency of what you want. You cannot help but get that reality. Match the frequency of what you want. You cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is not preaching. This is not prosperity. This is not, well, it is metaphysics, but this is far more than metaphysics. This is quantum physics. Energy is everything. There's a lot of ways to talk about things. You have the universe at large. Inside of our universe, you have the galaxy. Inside the galaxy, you have our solar system. Inside our solar system, you have our planet. Inside our planet, you have you. Inside of you, you have your organs. Inside, or your organ systems. Inside your organ systems, you have your organs. Inside your organs, you have tissue. Inside your tissue, you have cells. Inside your cells, you have atoms. And inside your atoms, there is energy. That is it. Period. That is it. Google this. Do whatever you have to do. I'll do it again. Galaxy, world, earth, you, organs, organ systems, organs, tissue, cells, atoms, boom, energy. 90% of every atom on planet Earth is filled with what we used to think was empty space, but it is energy. Does that make sense? Let me give you a few scientific quotes. Nikola Tesla. Sounds familiar? Okay, he's a super genius guy. Thomas Edison kind of took a lot of credit for a lot of his stuff. We'll leave that alone. However, he was a super genius guy that invented electric cars before there were. Right? And of course, patent laws stopped his shit. He says this here. True quote. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. If you want to know the secrets of this universe, think of energy, energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay? Studies have shown that the most positive emotions, people with positive emotions operating from a peaceful place experience a different life than people operating from a stressful place. This is why you can have two twins raised by two parents in the same one household, and they grow up very different from life. One is successful, one is a drug addict. Because of frame of reference, seeing the same events, but your perception and your vibration made you interpret them differently. See, I got you. Okay? Right? You understand? Now, what does all this mean? This means that the most powerful thing you've ever had in your life, the most powerful force on planet Earth, the most powerful form of energy on planet Earth is thought. Period. That's not going anywhere. And you should write that down. The most powerful thing on planet Earth, the most powerful form of energy, the thing that moves mountains is thought. Now, during this phone call, and I'm going to bounce back and forth between physics and religion. I'm going to do it on purpose. I want to show you a common thread between the two. Not to disprove religion, and most certainly not to disprove other way around. Not to disprove science, and most certainly not to disprove religion. But I want to show you that if you are religious, You serve one God that owns science. Does this make sense? Mm-hmm. We named it some stuff, but he invented it. Mm-hmm. Okay, make sense? Mm-hmm. The most powerful thing you ever had in your entire life is a thought. Let's go for it. If you're Christian, one of my favorite books in the world says, listen, you can tell this mountain, I think you should be cast up into the sea. And you can look at this fig tree and say, you know what, I think you should be withered away. You can literally think whatever you want. Ask it. Believe and receive. As a matter of fact, I'll give you all that you can ask or think for. You know what? If you have a desire, if you have a thought in your heart, I will give it to you. It doesn't matter how you look at it, how you shape it, how you slice it. What you need to understand is whether you're praying or whether you're thinking, it is a thought. And most of you are thinking from places of desperation. Let's talk. See, the problem is you have come to this phone call and you spent all day long in a state of stress. Completely. You're totally stressed out. And then you prayed. But you did not pray in a position of belief. You prayed in a position of desperation. And so you're not vibrating as this is what I deserve. This is who I am. This is already mine. You're praying or vibrating at the frequency of, please give it to me. I doubt it's going to happen, but please, I don't know what else to do. And you cannot win at life from a place of desperation. This is important to understand. If you think desperation, you will get desperation. If you think get out of debt, you will continue to get more debt. I'm trying to help somebody today. If you think you have relationship problems, you will continue to get more relationship problems. Let me practically work that out for you. I think that you're doing me wrong. What do you do to someone that you think is doing you wrong? You think to correct them. And then you think to make them hurt as much as they hurt you. And all those thoughts are coming back to you in great multiplication. And you don't get a fixed relationship. You get more of what you thought of. Some of you right now, you're thinking, I can't. You're thinking, I will not. You're thinking, I want $1 million, and as soon as you say it, you go, that's not going to happen. You're thinking, I want a man, but I'm not cute enough. Some of you literally have goals that you think serve you, but they're goals that have been thought of in lack. You're saying to yourself, I'm going to go back to school one day. That is not a goal of someone who thinks prosperity. That is a goal of someone who says, one day when things work out for me, I'm going to go back to school. Let me listen to that for a second. One day when things work out for me, no. Things will work out for you because you will work out for you. The power of thought. You are not a slave to your external circumstances. Your external circumstances are a slave to your thoughts. You need to write this down. You are not a slave to your external circumstances. Your external circumstances are a slave to your thoughts. Now write all or listen to this at least. Watch your thoughts. They become words. Watch your words. They become actions. Watch your actions. They become habits. Watch your habits. They become character. Watch your character. It becomes a destiny. I'll say it again. All right, here we go. Watch your thoughts. They become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. Now think about this for a second. All of that came from a thought. Your destiny is coming from your thoughts. Your habits are ingrained and stem from your thoughts. The people you hang around come from your thoughts. The amount of money you have in your pocket and or bank account come from your thoughts. Money will treat you how you think of it. Money will treat you how you think of it. Hashtag plant better. If you think money is always running out, your money will always run out. If you think you gotta work for money, you will always have to work for money. Please know that everybody isn't working for money. Yes. Everybody's not working for money. I don't work for money at all. And there are those greater than me. There are people who made $5 million a day and didn't work a lick. Not the way you think work is. Watch your words. Your words eventually become all the way down and become habits. Your habits all the way down and become your destiny. Let me read this quote to you from 1903 from Wallace D. Wattles. He wrote a book, and his book was The Science of Becoming Rich. And the central part of the book was thinking regardless of circumstance. To think what you want to think is to think regardless of appearances. To think according to appearances is easy. To think truth regardless of appearances is hard. Let me break that down. Everybody's thinking, and everybody sees some things and then starts thinking. That's easy. What is hard is to see life not working out for you and then look past that and see where you're going. I feel like preaching right about now. Here's what I need you to understand. Your life is the byproduct of your thoughts. And if you keep thinking about how bad your life is, not only are you correct, but it's your fault that it's bad. Because you cannot have a life until your mind enters into this reality. Your reality cannot exist apart from your thoughts. Quantum physics. This is the wacky world of quantum physics. I tell my leaders this all the time. Quantum physics says that the Indians that were in North America, well, it wasn't North America, it was in the land that is now called North America, never saw Christopher Columbus' boat come ashore. Never. You see, the Indians or Native Americans, the people who were indigenous to this land, I want to be respectful for everybody, they never saw a boat before. So it was impossible for them to see the boat coming over the water. Keep following, I got you. They saw the ripples in the waves, but since they never saw a boat, they couldn't see it. It wasn't until the boat landed ashore and people got out the boat, because they had a form for people. Then the boat appeared. That sounds wacky, doesn't it? Let me prove it to you in 21st century talk. Your mama bought a brand new car. You never saw that car before in your whole life. But the moment she drove up to the house and said, "Look at my new car, baby. You got a car." Literally, for the rest of the week, and as long as she had that car, you saw 50 of those cars driving by and you looked at the license plate, you didn't remember the whole number, but you remembered the first three, and you know she put the little pink thing around her license plate, or she had the little, whatever the black ice scented, I'm actually talking about real folk right now, you know, the potpourri thing, and she had the plastic kind of covered it because she wanted it to last about 6 weeks. You understand what I'm talking about. And you went, oh, that's not my mama car. That's not my mama car. And you saw it every block you turned. Guess what? Your mama didn't buy the first car off the line, and that car had always been there. You didn't have a form for it. So you literally walked by your mother's car. And in the pulpit says, turn your Bibles to. But you don't believe when you walk out. You believe that your God can split water, but you don't believe he can split your credit card bill. Come on, be honest. How many of you are dodging phone numbers right now because you owe people money? I got a whole room of hands right now. Okay? But when you declare, I don't have, well, guess what? You don't have. See, go ahead. Ask loud.
Is saying I don't have and I'm currently not in possession of the same thing? Is that like when you're speaking?
There's nuances there. Depends. So no, that's not the same thing. To say I'm currently not in possession of could be prosperity, could be a form of affirmation that is better on the surface than saying I don't have. Because if you're saying I'm currently in possession of, then it gives your brain an opportunity to figure out how to be in possession of. Here's the problem though, why I didn't fully say yes.
Okay.
The problem is that you can say these words all you want to, but if you don't feel like you can get it, you just talking. Listen, affirmations are wonderful. I have no problem with them. They work. Bible's full of affirmational type things. The whole Beatitudes is a long affirmation written in red. Blessed are those who, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Here's what you need to understand. You can say positive things all you want to, but if you're not positive on the inside of your mind, you're just wasting oxygen. Because your thoughts will always override your words. If you don't believe that, that's fine. Let me tell you I'm sorry and I don't mean it. You're not going to hear my words. You're going to feel my vibe. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, at no point will you accept that apology. Mm-hmm. Nah, but I said the right words. Well, don't tell me energy doesn't exist. Because if you felt my energy on that false apology, imagine how much false stuff you sending up to your God that he can also interpret. Or you're not religious. How much false stuff you're putting out to the universe. But the universe is, listen, you're only going to get who you are. I love to say this. I say this all the time. In life, you don't get what you want. You get who you are. Here's what I mean. In life, you will never get your level of intelligence. You will always get your level of awareness. Do you know how many school teachers are living a wonderful life and the government underpays them? How many administrative professionals have investment accounts? How many janitors are actually on their way to being millionaires? Because your level of awareness is what will help you, not just your level of intelligence. Great example I love to say, one day I'm going to meet him, he's going to fight me. Floyd Mayweather. You're not looking forward to the next SAT study manual from Floyd Mayweather. Does this make sense? But guess what? His level of awareness is so high, he can orchestrate $500 million deals. He is a great example of having a high level of awareness and an average level of intelligence. If that don't make sense to you, C students run the world. A students are in the lab somewhere. In fact, I'll prove that to you. Do a Google search, or just think about all the valedictorians you know. Think about all those people that you've learned, that you've known over the years who are super smart, but they're not running companies. They're not running for political offices, because intelligent people don't actually put in work. They work to study, but their intelligence is so high, they take a little risk. But C students are brave, and those who take great risks get great rewards. Now listen, you can say whatever you want to, but a C student has a whole lot of confidence. I'll make this make even more sense to you. Let me show you the power of thought. I'm a young man in America. If you're looking at me, I'm obviously not a white man. If you're over the phone, let me break your bubble if you couldn't tell by the tone of my voice or the dialect of my voice. I'm a black man. Is that a surprise to anybody? Okay, so let me help you out here just for a second. Okay? Check this out. I walk into many meetings with people who are far greater than me. And I'm always accepted. I'm always accepted. I'm always liked or loved or something. Not because I'm a dude or whatever. Because my thought process says I belong here. Can I tell you why I belong in a room full of millionaires and billionaires? Do you know what it took for me to get here? Like, let's break down the power of thought for a second. I was born in 1981. They pushed crack cocaine through the neighborhoods by 1984. My parents got caught up by 1985. They gave me up by 1986. I was homeless by 1986. And I've seen rape, molestation, murder, you name it. I've been to jail. I've been through hell. It literally is an amazing story that I'm even alive today. So when I show up as a 30-plus man in a room, you got here easy. I went through hell to get here. I belong. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you cannot deny me because of my thoughts. That's not arrogance. That's me pushing out there, hey, whoever you are, we gonna fight for these goals. Because I'm not losing. Does this make sense? Imagine if you attack life like that. You got a question? Go ahead.
For the church folk, can you clarify that you don't have to speak it into existence, but you can think it into existence?
Yeah, sure. It's one of the two, right? You can do both. Okay, because I'm not sure how they're asking, but I'll answer both sides, okay? So church folk says, there's power of life and death in the tongue. You can think some bad things. In most cases, okay, now we're not talking about a habitual habit of thinking, okay? That's a different story. We're not talking about I have a terrible habit of always having low self-esteem. I have a terrible habit of thinking no one loves me or thinking I'm always broke. That's a habit. And you don't have to think habits. You don't have to speak habits to get them. If you're constantly thinking a way about yourself, you'll always get that. Okay? Does that make sense? Don't worry about that, right? Does that make sense? Okay, now check this out. If you're going after something and you have a mindset a thought mindset and you don't speak that bad thought you had, you don't plant that seed. Does that make sense? If you want prosperity or whatever it is you have, if you're thinking, oh man, this isn't going to work, you can hold that to your thoughts. Say, hey, thank you for sharing. Get back there. I ain't got nothing to do with you. And you never plant the death that comes out of your mouth. You never say, ooh, I'm getting sick, child. Ooh, you know what? This isn't going to work. Every word like that is a creation of a reality that you don't want. Make sense? So in one respect, if it's not a habit of thinking, does that make sense? If it's not something you think all the time, then you think a bad thought. Your thoughts aren't you. Your dominant thoughts are you. You can squash that thought, never speak it, you never plant that seed. That's how gracious God is, since that's a religious person. Does that make sense? Now, on the flip side, if you're constantly thinking negative thoughts, you cannot have a positive life with a negative mind. Make sense? All right, I think Joel Osteen actually said that first. Okay, so let me know if I got something else. By surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people, you can change your whole life. There is something powerful about surrounding yourself with other powerful people. Even if you are not powerful right now, even if the person you're surrounding yourself is not powerful right now, if both of you think, I want this, you will go there together as battle buddies. Term we use in the military. It's just like losing weight. It's a lot easier to work out with a workout buddy. Yes. Right? Make sense?
Yes.
You lose weight together because you have an accountability partner. And some of you need a positive accountability partner because you're negative. Go ahead.
You just.
Okay. Some of you need an accountability partner because you're negative. Here's what that looks like. And I don't know why he keep doing me like, don't worry about him. Stay focused on what you want. Make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't know why they don't worry about that. Don't speak that. Don't you remember what pastors say? Or whatever, right? I don't know your circles, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so 3-step process. Some of you know it as ask, believe, and receive. I'll say it a different way. A new age thinking way so you don't reject it. And some of you are going to reject ask, believe, and receive. Here is the science way. Think of it and visualize it. Whatever you want. This is physics. It's called the visualization process. You don't get to deny this. Think of it and visualize it. That's step number 1. Step number 2. Feel it by sending out the correct vibrational frequency. Feel it. Feel it. Number 3, expect it to come. Period. Some of you wake up every morning expecting a bad day. And that's exactly what you get. I'll say it a different way. Some of you literally have oh my God, I'm having such a good time at work with my work husband, with my work wife. We're going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as you give me some keys. Hand me the keys real quick. As soon as you get to your front door, and you do this, your whole mood change. You go, how's she gonna mess up my day now? And then you walk in your house to a messed up day. Does that make sense? Because you expected it. I had such a good time. What's the difference between you having a good time outside and having a good time inside? Your thoughts. Outside, you just knew you was going to have a good time. Inside, this blankety blank here. You understand, right? Now, I'll prove it to you. But on your birthday, you're not going to let him or her bother you at all. How many of you wake up on your birthday and go, you know what, I'm going to have a terrible day today? No, nobody. You wake up on your birthday and you go, nothing's gonna bother me today. And everybody else, if I see you, you owe me a gift or some money. Does this make sense? Now, around my circle, we act like every day is our birthday. Listen, why would you spend 364 days not expecting somebody to hand you some money? Why would you spend 364 days not expecting someone to hand you a compliment? Why? One day? Is one day truly a worth? Then you fool around and have a leap year and then do 365 days and get a whole extra day to be depressed. No, it makes no sense. It's your thoughts. Your thoughts are hurting you. The power of thought is relevant, it's real, it is consistent, it's facts. Okay? In 1994, write this down. Dr. Masaru Emoto, M-A-S-A-R-U, Emoto, E-M-O-T-O. This is honest to God truth. In 1994, I think he's Chinese, Dr. Masaru Emoto literally froze water. And on the water, he wrote different words. On some of the water bottles, he wrote a water glass, what do you call it? A cup of frozen water. He wrote, I love you. On some of them, he wrote, I hate you. He wrote fear. He wrote different words. Because he did a science experiment, and this is, you can Google this. This is a fact. This is a fact. This literally happened in 1994. And what happened was the water responded to the words that were written down. Google this. You can Google this right now. I am not joking. I watch a movie on this 3 times a year. In fact, I'll tell you the movie, What the Bleep Do We Know, and I got the book as well. I am not kidding. This is an actual fact. Dr. Masaru Emoto. Do you have it pulled up? Okay, you pull it up now and then put it in front of the camera so they can see it. Or post a link on there. Post a link or something. I am not lying about this story. Dr. Masaru Emoto. The water responded to the words that were written down. With all the painful words, the water looked real violent. Because, you know, it crystal like snowflakes. And it looked differently. The words that had happy were nice and pretty, constrained, nice, simple patterns. And he proved that in words, there are energy, even if you're just water. Now, what was significant about, are you putting that link on there?
I'm pulling up against what I pulled up and it looked like it was.
Okay, 1994, Dr. Masaru Emoto. You'll find it. Okay, check this out. Here's what we discovered with that. Well, hold on, so don't. You can get it. Check this out. Here's what he discovered. Water was affected by words. What's significant about that? You're 70% water. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so and this is the science. Now we in biology, right? pH balance is what you would call it. Homeostasis, right? Okay, you can literally have people in your life make your body be at an acidic level to where you're susceptible to diseases. The people in your life can mess up with so much negativity. They literally mess up your body to where you're more acidic. Like pH that has 0 is good, right? And it's a little backwards. The higher it is bad. The lower it is good. That might be backwards. Either way, acidic is acid. Some of the people in your life make your body become acidic. And you literally can't fight diseases because of the person outside of you. That's biology. Go ahead.
So they can actually, so when someone speaks words to you, that can affect you based upon what you're saying happened with the water.
Let's answer this question. Have you ever been in a bad relationship and every day they had something bad to say to you? How much weight did you gain? How many days did you have a headache that the doctors could not explain? Seriously, the people in your life are just as destructive to you as the food you put in your body. Because their thoughts are now penetrating your body. And the thoughts become words. And the words affect your thoughts. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And so if words written down on a glass jar made water feel bad, why do you think your Bible says life and death is in the power of the tongue? Listen, nobody's saying nothing different. I told you I'm going to jump back and forth. What you need to understand is that there's power in thoughts. There is absolute power in thoughts. And not only is there power in thoughts, but so is a man thinketh. So is he. So what's the point of all this? The point of all this is very simple. Super duper duper simple. You have thought your way to where you are. Cut it off right now. You have thought your way to where you are. Listen to me. I need you to understand what I'm getting ready to say. Your life is accumulation of your thoughts. Your harvest is by the result of your seeds. You have never gone to a place in life that your brain has not taken you first. Your feet have never followed your body into a place that your brain did not take it first. Ever. Your entire life, and I say this with respect, is your fault. If you've done well, that's your fault. Good job. But if you don't have what you want, that's your fault. But you can do better. This isn't rocket science. This is your life. You were put here to be great. That is not an option. That's you being great is not a privilege. That is your responsibility. Period. You being great is not something you have to get permission to do. And if the people around you don't want to let you be great, notify them that you're going to be, that you are great. And move and find you a new circle. The people in your life can be destructive. But you have been destructive or productive to your own life. Your life is a physical manifestation of your inner thoughts. If you've held it up here, you ended up holding it right here. Every single combination and thing in this world is from the combination of energetic vibrations. Here's how you can explain that. I just cut the air conditioner off. So in a little bit, it's going to warm up. Because the atoms, so molecules in the air, are going to start vibrating at a faster rate. You see, whether it's hot or cold, that's always subjective. What is science is the temperature. The temperature is a barometric evaluation of how fast the molecules are vibrating in the air. The faster they vibrate, the hotter it becomes. The slower they vibrate, the cooler it becomes. So don't tell me that things are not energy. That's science. And you control science every time you change your thermostat. Like, I need you to pay attention to this. Let me tell you how powerful you are. You literally go in your house and say, I don't want this science to work out for me this way. And you change them. Well, let me be your liberator on the day. You can do the same thing up here. I don't want this science to work out this way. Let me change it. I don't like the body that I'm in. Let me change it. I don't like the relationship that I'm in. Let me change it. Listen, if you live in a body that you're embarrassed of, that is a thought that you've allowed yourself to both manifest and allow. If you're in an abusive relationship, that is a thought that you've allowed yourself to both manifest and to allow to keep continuing. If you're in a financial situation that no longer serves you, that is a thought that you've allowed to manifest and that you have allowed to keep going forward. It's not your job to think that you are limited. It is your job to know that you are unlimited. Period. Neither me, and if you're Christian, or your Bible are saying anything different. There's nothing different. You've just been conditioned to hear it a certain way. But the truth is, I mean, look around you. The phone you're watching me on, or the phone you're listening to me on, was invented by nobody smarter than you. This is what made me unlock my brain and conquer things that people wish they would have ever accomplished. One day, long ago, 10 years ago, I realized I'm just as smart as everybody around me. Listen, the person who invented your chair is no smarter than you. The person who invented your phone is no smarter than you. You are genius. Source unlimited. Genius in physical flesh. This whole world has been constructed with rules by people who are no smarter or greater than you. If they were smarter and greater than you, in fact, let me help you out. Paul has an argument for this. Do I still got some Christian folk on? Okay. Let me help you out. Apostle Paul has an argument for you. It's found in Romans chapter 5, verse 12 through 22. The book says, hey, listen, there was a guy. He was like, pretty good guy. He was perfect. He was literally, quote, type of Christ. And then there was another guy who literally was the Christ. One guy brought death into this world. One guy brought life into this world. And guess what? You are going to have some death upon you. And if you think you are better than me, you're not. If you think the people you look up to were great, they're not. Here's what he says. I'll prove it to you. They've all died. Now let's bring that to our conversation. The people who you think are smarter than you, they gonna die. So they're not better than you. The people you've allowed to bully you into low self-esteem, they gonna die. They are not better than you. They're only invincible in your head. Your thoughts have let them control you. Your thoughts have let people make you think you are not intelligent. But guess what? I'm doing this phone call. I do pretty well. I'm gonna die. Excuse me the colloquialism, but that's where it is. I will not live forever, which means I'm not better than you. I will die just like they all died before me. But I'll be damned if I sit up here and die without living. Now I can assure you without a doubt that you will never catch me living a single day dead while still living. Some of you, my heart goes out to you because you make me mourn you and you're still alive.
Yeah.
Your thoughts have killed you at 26. You're 46 now. And you ain't lived in 20 years. And it's not okay. That's not a life that is worthy of you. You have low self-esteem and you keep giving birth to children and giving them your level of self-esteem. That's not okay. That is not okay. And guess what? You're better than that. That is not even who you are. That's not who you are. You have the brains, you have the talents, you just don't have the discipline of a winner. That is all. And discipline is something that you can learn. Both me and both Paul are telling you, you're going to die. This bottle that wasn't on camera, so I just put it here. Somebody made this. Somebody died. I got these iPhone headphones in my ear. Somebody made this. Somebody died. Ain't nobody's, listen, nobody's better than you. Here's the rub. People just know how to make their thoughts become a fist. You see, is this wall on camera?
Yes.
Okay. Here is how you all work. You are, no, it's fine. You are this is you. This is you. This is your thoughts. Everywhere. Everywhere. Have you ever tried to punch a hole into a wall with an open hand? Mm-mm. Not only will you burn all your fingers, but you'll fool around and crack them too. Mm-hmm. But if you make a fist and you punch a wall, that's all 5 thoughts operating as one. You can literally destroy a life, a wall, a punching bag, when you have everything in you operating in one direction. But somebody done told you to think of 5 backup plans. And the power of thought is keeping your energy in 5 different places. You putting 20% in everything you do, trying to be 100% successful. It's just math and science. Your thoughts become things. And I want everybody to listen to me. Look at the things in your life. You'll see the quality of your thoughts. Not just the material, but the relationships. Did you know that most people die Monday, like most statistically, most heart attacks happen Monday morning at 7 o'clock? Because those people don't want to go to work. I mean, some of you wake up pissed off. Gotta go back to this job. You understand what I'm saying? We've all been there. Hate the car, hate the road, hate the city we live in, and hate the people we work with. But you want to be successful. You can't hate your life and love your destiny. You will never hate your way to success. Unless you go into politics. They talk about it. All you got to do in politics is just literally have some hot one-liners. To throw some zingers out there. And if something come up you disagree with it. That's it. That's it. Politics is like battle rap these days. You know, you just be quick on your feet and make people laugh, and you're gonna get elected. But other than that, your thoughts. That's all we got. You have nothing else. There is no difference. There is no difference between me and you. This is nothing. I'll prove it. The laws of physics do not behave differently because I'm Antonio T. Smith Jr. Because Beyonce is Beyonce. Gravity. Beyonce, we're not even going to mess with you today. The laws of physics do not care about Beyonce being Beyonce. But she, in her mind, says, whole world is mine. People should be my fans. And that's what happened. Period. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. This entire phone call was a thought. Nearly 100-something episodes of thought. Anything of ATS is a thought. Those are my freaking initials. That's it. Every dollar I pay out is not only a thought from here, but a thought from the people who made the money system, which I won't even get into that because that'll be a whole different phone call. It's thoughts. Listen, the last 3 minutes. Just look at your life. Just look at your life. Look at your hands, the nails, the fake nails. Look at the hair on your knuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Look at your car. Is the engine light on? Guess what? That's your thoughts. If your engine light is on, it's been on for a year. You somebody that think I can have stuff, but it can't be good enough not to have problems. You got an AC in your car? You somebody that think I can have stuff, but I can never be comfortable in it. I don't deserve to be comfortable. I mean, think about it. Is your house big enough to hold your family? You somebody that think we'll just stay here because if we move, we won't deserve it. Your life is the sum total of your thoughts. That'll never change. It'll never go anywhere else. You don't ever get to complain about your harvest when you're the only one planting seeds. I've never walked into your life, snatched seeds out your hand, and said, plant these. There are people who can plant on your behalf, but you, with your thoughts, have allowed them to come in. And most people would never plant things worthy of you. So I want to encourage you. Thought is real. And the hardest people I coach are the people who come from the church. Not because they love the Lord. That makes it easy. Because they have a certain way of thinking that has accidentally led them have poverty. Yes, things or an entity or God outside of you will take care of you. But yes, you have the power to change your life. Because if you don't change your life, you give your kids permission to live the life you can't stand yourself. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. This has been Power of Thoughts. I cannot tell you what to do with your life, but I can tell you if you plant better seeds, you will plant a better life. Thank you for coming out. God bless you, and good night.